Okay, so hello everyone. Today we will host a real Node and React app on a Windows VM. Like not as its own separate website, but as an application on its default website. Like we have this, like a website we have here. It is a domain that it is already configured here. Like you know that it is paid, of course. Okay. So yep, we have this, and under this we will host it as a separate slash, like as we know, like slash HostLab, like this we will host it. So IIS will only reverse proxy and Node runs the API and serve the React build. So by the end you will open this URL and post a message. Okay. So we will try and yep, this is the app that we will be hosting. So as you can see here, it is the React part. It is a React app basically, basic React app. Here the backend is there. This is index.js, the server part, and we have this web config. So what this web config does is, so web config is needed for the IIS hosting, because what this IIS what this web config does is it reverse proxies the domain, like the domain and the slash that we will like this here will be the domain of our the app, the main domain. So what it will do, it will redirect it to particular this particular URL. Okay, so it will be running on here locally, so it will redirect it to here so that we can see the website clearly. Okay, so where do we start? So as we can see, we can close the VS Code for now. We do not have to work on this. So this is the app. Here I have the app HostLab, as we can see. So first of all, let's run it locally. So you can run it from VS Code also, but to be in a professional way, we can run it in the PowerShell. So let's try and run it on the PowerShell. So what we'll do is we will copy it as path. Okay, so then what we'll do is in the PowerShell we will go to this path basically, and we will run it. So we are running like first time on this machine. So what we'll do is we'll first install all the packages. Just a sec. So I will install all the packages, the back end and front end, all the package JSONs. So I will install them. Okay, let's install. So basically we are trying to run it locally first. Oh, just a sec, my bad. Okay, so we are running it locally first, then we will move to the hosting part. So basically we are first installing all the packages for the front end, back end both. So after this finishes, we will move to the build part for the React app. So now what we will do is we will run the build. So we will wait till the front end. Okay, so it is done. Now what we'll do, we will start the application basically. So yep, it's your configuration, like however you have configured the app, it's your part. It's my app, so I have configured it like this only. So this is why it's working like this. Okay, so let's go to this URL and test it. Let's go. So okay, let me close the Chrome part. Yep, so here is the app, the basic app. So as you can see, if I say hi to it, so if we open the console, we can see the request went. Okay, just a sec, my bad. Yep, here's console. Okay, so edge is a bit confusing. Okay, yep, here's the network part. So okay, as you can see, the post request has been gone here to the backend. So yeah, it is working locally without errors. It is working. The health is, let's check the health also. We have a health endpoint, so we will hit the health endpoint and let's see. Yep, it's okay. This response is coming. So yep, our app is working locally. It's fine. Okay. Now what we'll do is, so like if we start the main hosting part, what we'll do first, let's okay, let it run, no problem. We will open a new PowerShell as an administrator. Okay, so now what we'll do first, the step should be, yep, if see, this app was was made by me, of course. So according to your app, first check in the VM that the node version satisfies for all packages. Okay, all packages that you have in the package JSON, this version of node should be sufficient for that, and if it's not, update it or degrade it accordingly. Okay, because it will be working on this only. And also check the npm version in the same way as node. Okay, so yeah, first check these. I have already checked it and my app is running. So yeah, this is an important step, so please follow this also. Okay, so now what we'll do is, yeah, now we will move to the, okay, this is the the app. Okay, so what you want, like what you need to have is this web config. Okay, what this web config does is, basically I told you that it redirects the main URL to this URL, the local URL. Okay, so this has to be present in all of the apps. Either app, like you are hosting, if you are hosting it on IIS server, you need to have this web config. And in my case, this is this app that I need to show there on the front end, basically the first page, so here it should redirect, and after that it will be like hitting its endpoint only, like API health or whatever. Okay, so yeah, this is necessary. Yep. Okay, so this needs to be there, and you can put it in the root also, and it does not matter where to put it. I just like maintain the well structure format, that's why I've put it here. So now what we'll do, this is our IIS manager basically. So you can open it like from here it comes in the Windows part, so you can open it from here, or you can see here my default website is already hosted. Yep. So okay, first of all, what you have to check is, you go to this your main administrator part. So here you have to check first at this application request routing cache. Go in this, and then you will go to the server proxy settings here, and please check that your enable proxy is toggled on, because like if you skip enable proxy, rewrite rules looks correct, but you will get an 502 bad gateway error. And like this checkbox is a classic gotcha. You need to have this checkbox on. Okay, so this is the first step, and after that we will make an application pool for our website, like where it will work basically. So we will add an application pool. We can name it as host lab proxy. Yep. Okay, we don't need to have this. Okay, because okay, so like our web config is a rewrite only XML. Okay, so if the pool runs managed ASP.NET, IIS sometimes tries to parse it as .NET config, and you get yellow 500 errors. Okay, so like no managed forwarded like is the best to avoid this error. So we'll make it. Okay, so it is made already. Yep, it's running also. Then after this what we'll do is, we have the app running locally. Here you can see we have the app running. Okay, we can close this PowerShell. Okay, we have the app running, we checked it, and we have the application pool as well. Yep, right. Okay, so now what we will do, uh, this is my site. Okay, so this is my like existing domain. You would also have a domain, of course. So first you have to set up this. I will also make a video on how to set up your own domain website, main domain website. And in this video we are only like explaining that how you will make a sub website from your main domain. Okay, so okay, let's okay, so if here like this is our main domain, let's say shashmit.com. Okay, so on this, how you will host this part, host lab. On this endpoint, what will come on, what will toggle. So this we are learning today. The main domain hosting is very easy part, like you get a DNS and you bind the IP to this address, and like it's a very easy part, like you can easily do it. So yeah, now what we'll do, we have this default website. Now we can add an application to it. So what it will be, uh, the path, the slash path. So what we can call it, we can call it host lab. and the application pool that we have made just now, it's this HostLab proxy. Now we will click OK, and physical path would be okay. A physical path was here in the new volume disk, and the publish part demo, and then here we had our deploy. So this path is basically where is your web config file, so that it can redirect to it. Okay, so this is the path. You can put the web config anywhere, but it's like a professional practice that you have it in the deploy folder. It's more feasible to find it and to maintain it. So we will make this app. So okay, the physical path was the folder that contains web-config. Okay, I told you already. So yeah, not the whole project. It's a very it's the very like important step that you do not have to select the main project path. You have to select where is your web config. It can be in the root directory, but in our case it was in the deploy folder. Okay. So okay, now what we'll do is we have the website running here. Okay. Now, so what if I say like, yep, our website is hosted. Let's check. Okay, we checked once. Let's go to Chrome. This is our the domain that we have. So is in this domain we have it hosted here. So yep, as we can see, so this can be now accessed by any part in the world, any laptop in the world, any phone in the world. We can access this. And if you will check that, if I write Sushmit and we can say hello there, app is hosted. So now if we send request, you can check in the network tab that yep, we are getting the response here, right? We are also getting the previous response, and yep, so it's basically working. Okay, we have basically hosted the app. We hosted the app on this domain. Okay, so yep, we did the part, right? You will think so that we did the part, but okay, now whatever I say, that the things that we have done till now, what you need to do is this terminal where the app is running should be running always. If this stops, let's stop this and we close this. Okay, it stopped. It doesn't matter. Now let's check our app. It's not working. It's a error. So yep, you don't need your app to be working like this, right? Like that you need to like always start the app in the terminal. You have to always be like the terminal should always be opened. So this is not a good practice at all. Okay, so to fix this we have a very simple yet a very effective software. This is called NSSM. So this is called the non-sucking service manager. Okay, so what it does is it runs the app in the background, so you do not have to like keep you do not have to keep open the terminal always. So this is the work of NSSM. So I have already installed it. You just have to like install it, and I have stored it in here local disk and in the tools part. You can also like extract it. It will be just a zip file, and you will extract it, and like this you will get files, and wherever you need to you can keep the files. Okay, so now what we will do is to set up this for our app. Let's start it. Okay, so first of all, okay, so here are the commands, some of the commands. Yep, of course you don't have to remind, like you do not need to remember all the commands all the time. Yep, so yep, this is the command part. Okay, this is the NSSM part. Okay, so what we will do basically is wherever your the app is there. So in my case the app is here, so you will do yep. So my app was here, right, in the C drive, tools, NSSM, and Win64. So wherever your app is, you can put the path here accordingly. So now first we will go to this location, and then what we'll do, we'll basically start our node app first. Like you can see the server part that we had in our app. So first we will start it. Don't worry, I will share all these commands in my description box, so you can like you have to change these commands according to your paths and all, like wherever your node.js is present, wherever your app directory is here, so it will be changed accordingly. This is designed for my case. Okay, so now we will start it. So this is according to my use case. I repeat, for your use case it will be different. Okay, so now like I have started the app successfully. So if we check it now, if we check this, okay, just a sec. If we refresh this page, so yep, you can see. And now if we remove this terminal also, then also app would be running fine. It is fine, right? So this is a very useful service, and this is a very useful step that you need to take if you don't need to, like you don't want to run the terminal always. Yep, this is very useful. And yep, I will share these commands in the description. And now let's check it again that it's working or not. So hello, from my side, we hosted our site. Okay, so let's see in the network tab if it. Okay, so yep, it sends the post request from our side, and here we can see the timestamp has come and the proper response has come. So basically we have fix the errors, we fix the terminal thing also. And if we talk about the troubleshooting part, yep, as we saw the 502 bad gateway, so it basically gave that error because node was not running. And if it is running also, then it's on the wrong port that is not in the web config file. And like after that we started the lab and all, so it fixed the error. Okay, so if we have the error of 404, then the env in the base path is not equal to the is alias or the web config path. So these all three should say the host lab name because the alias is host lab. So like these are kind of errors that we have, like 90% of first time they fail at the proxy not enabled or managed app pool, or not listening on 3000. So these are the common errors that people make. Okay, so yep, recap is basically one env file for port and base path. As we can see also here, this was our env file. If I may show you, so in the publish, in the demo part, host lab, so this was our env basically. This is the base path that we followed. This was the base path. Like it can depend on your site. You will of course configure it according to your use case. So it who cares like how you do it. So yep, install all, build, and then start node and add a tiny web.config. It's very important. And then we add the default website, and in the like we need to enable the error proxy. It's very important. And then we make the application pool, and then we finally host the app in the domain. Okay, so yep, this was the video for today. We learned how to host an app, and I hope that was an interesting topic and you learned a lot with it. So yep, thank you so much, and bye bye.